All right, here we are. Welcome in. This is Ricky Reacts. I want you to like and subscribe over here. Also, you could join myself, Bill Colarulo, Savannah Kelleher on Unfiltered, 2 to 6, Monday through Friday on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Well, this is where Dylan's with me. He's behind the camera. He's going to ask me questions. They might be sports related. They might not be. There might be something I have no idea about, but I'll answer them anyway. So here we go. Dylan, it's on you.
Okay, so we're going to start in the NFL. There are a lot of surprisingly good teams in the NFL this year, teams that are overperforming what maybe people thought they were capable of. I'm going to rattle off some team names. You just say if they're real or if you think they're fake, and we'll fade over the back half
All
of the
right.
season. Start with the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow. Daniel Jones has really kind of turned things around. I think they're for real. I just think, maybe he just needed a change of scenery. Maybe he turned in one of those guys that, is a late bloomer in the NFL. I mean, he's playing really good football right now. The only thing that kind of wears on my mind is how they played against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Turnovers were a big part of it. But if Daniel Jones continues to play well, I think they could be good. If he starts to falter, I think they fall down.
They obviously just went all in. They traded 2 firsts
Yeah,
for
that's why I said I think
Sauce.
that's one of the reasons why I kind of said that. You know what? They're not messing around. They're going to try to stay in this thing. So I'll say they're for real. I mean, just because the record shows it right now.
Okay, another team that made a somewhat big move at the deadline, the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Sam Darnold did the exact same thing last year. He got into the playoffs and he was sacked, I believe, 9 times in that game. I I don't know. There's something about that name, Sam Darnold, and every time you think about him, you think about, okay, he's doing well in the regular season, but can he get the job done in the playoffs? Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to say they're not going to end up being for real. I think they're going to run into a bunch of speed bumps. The Niners, they're going to have to play. They're going to have to play the Rams. I think that's not going to be. Those aren't going to be easy games for them. I don't believe they win that division. I think the Rams do, and I think that puts them in a bad situation where they may have to come to Philadelphia pretty early in the playoffs.
Get a team with a second-year quarterback and a new coach, New England Patriots.
That's interesting because I'm going to tell you right now, I thought they weren't for real for a long period of time here. I mean, granted, they haven't played a ton of tough opponents, but the one thing is that Drake May has kind of taken the next step forward. And I just think that that's a team that seems to, when they get in a groove, it seems like they're playing solid football. You know what I mean? There's not one thing that really stands out with them. They're pretty good defensively. They're very good offensively, and it's just they have kind of a complete package. I think they stay in that race. I think the hardest thing for them is going to be getting by the Bills at some point during the season. Um, you know, I think the Bills are kind of primed to be that team in the AFC, so it's going to be a tough battle. But I think the Patriots are for real.
Okay, another team, another second-year quarterback, the Denver Broncos.
Bo Nix, huh? Bo Nix. Sean Payton's a really good coach. Bo Nix is a pretty good quarterback. I think they could play with anybody. I don't think they stand above and beyond over a lot of teams. I think they're one of those teams where they can go into a game and they could lose a game or win a game. It's not like they're going into the game and they're going to be heavy favorites. I think they're going to really have to have a battle on their hands. Are they real or are they fake? I think they're fake. I'm not a big believer in Bo Nix. Their defense is really good, which would be the thing that could really kind of hold them into ball games. So I know Bo Nix has had his moments here against the Giants. He had some good moments, especially late in that game. But no, I don't think they're strong enough.
Yeah, we'll switch from pro sports to college. College basketball is back.
Yes, it is.
Which college sport do you enjoy watching the most?
Most college basketball. Love college. Well, I'm from Connecticut, so growing up, we didn't have much in Connecticut, and it was really UConn basketball that kind of everybody gravitated to. So I think I love college basketball. I love rooting against certain teams. Duke, Florida. I love rooting against those guys. Villanova. Not a big Villanova fan. So yeah, and it's on every night. I think that's the best part. I would say college football is a close second because I like really enjoy my Saturday afternoons and watching college football. But to have it there every night, I think that's the thing that kind of carries me over the edge is that there's always going to be a college basketball game, and it has just started. So I've noticed it the other day. Pretty much every night there's a college basketball game on now. It's awesome.
Okay,
And
so
there's nothing better than March Madness. Nothing.
okay, so one of my favorite movies is getting a revival. Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. They're making a fourth one. What is a seemingly dead movie franchise or TV series that you would want to be brought back?
Wow, seemingly dead. It has to be The Sopranos. I mean, when you think about that show,
Sopranos, no Tony.
no, there is no Tony. I mean,
It's his. I mean, his son.
I guess you could have the son. I guess you could have the son and or the daughter kind of step up and be the main characters in that, and like a whole new regime and a whole different kind of atmosphere because a lot of it now is behind the walls now or behind the door, whereas back then it was just kind of out in the open. It was a little different. But I used to love. I could not wait for Sunday nights when that show came on every single time, and it never. You never went into the show not wanting more at the end of the show. So to me, that makes for a great show. As for movie wise, I don't know. There's something about sequels that make me want to just step on my own toes because it's just like you think about the Happy Gilmore one, and that just fell apart. I mean, great, yeah, you had a lot of cameos and this and that from golfers, but the whole premise of the thing was awful. And he killed off his wife early on. What are you doing? Never know what you're doing. But never old school would be a good one to have back. See if they can't do something off of that. But yeah, there you go. So Sopranos and maybe old school.
Okay, so Tom Brady cloned his dog recently.
Yeah.
If you had the option and money was not an issue, would you clone a dead pet to bring them back? Or would you just.
Well, here's the thing. It wouldn't be the same mind.
No.
It's not going to be the same dog that was there. So no, I don't think I would do that. And by the way, my daughters, let me put it this way. We when they were little, we had a dog, Sydney, that lived till she was almost 15 years old, a yellow lab. And I keep telling them that I want to get another lab, and they keep telling me you're not getting a yellow one. So I think it would be a little bit hurtful to my kids. So I don't think I would do that. I couldn't do it. I don't know. There's just something about that, having basically the same exact dog that would, I don't think it would bother me, but it would be like a little strange.
Yeah.
So that's a no.
So one of the biggest issues in sports right now doesn't even take place on a field or court. It takes place on your screen. It's the YouTube TV dispute. What are your thoughts on that whole?
I am pissed. I'm not kidding you because I made the switch over, and now all of a sudden you don't get ESPN, which has a ton of football games on Saturdays. They have a ton of sports on, especially college basketball, like I just brought up. The ABC network, that doesn't bother me. But I hate this thing that it tells you to go to a site. Have you seen this? Go to a site. And you know what the sites are? They're all Disney. They're all Disney. Go to these and get like Fubu or whatever it's called. And it's all owned by Disney. So they're almost like entrapping people to go in there and spend more money on their own product. I think that's wrong. Why doesn't YouTube come out and say something? Going to a certain site is not helping anybody anymore. It's just making them spend more money. And I think it's a load of crap is what I think it is. So, I mean, in my opinion, figure it out. Get to the table, talk about the contract, figure it out now. Because the Eagles are on Monday night next week. And if I don't get them, well, number one, I'd have to go out to an establishment, of course. But if I don't get it, I'm just going to be absolutely livid. Absolutely livid. I will take care of that on the air, that's for sure. So there you have it. This is Ricky Reacts. That was Dylan McKinnon. I want you to like and subscribe over here. Also catch myself, Bill Colarulo. Not Bill. What is? How does Mark say it? Colarulo. And no, it's Bill Colarulo. And Savannah Keller on Unfiltered, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6, on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Thanks for watching Unfiltered on YouTube. You could like and subscribe down here. You could also see our other shows over here. Go ahead and watch them all. We love when you watch. The one thing, hey, you could also catch us on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. See you there.